Today I am making deviled eggs. So to do that, first I am going to hard boil a bunch of eggs. So what I've done is I have about 8 cups of water in here and about a tablespoon of salt. I am going to turn my heat on. I'm gonna put in about a 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. And then I'm just gonna plop my eggs in there. So we wanna make sure we have enough water that our eggs are covered. And then we're gonna just watch this water until it boils. And then when our water starts to boil, we will set a 12-minute timer. Loud drinkers. Okay, I think that's about all I'm gonna be able to fit in there, so see if we can fit one more. Oh yeah. Okay, 3 eggs left. So that is, let's see, 21 eggs. All right, we will let this go until our water is boiling, and then I'm gonna set a 12-minute timer and we'll be back. So typical Jenna fashion, I forgot to set a timer, so I had to go back to my last recording and look and see, and I stopped at like right about 12 minutes. So I'm going to grab my eggs off the stove, and then we are going to drain that hot water, and we are going to put them in an ice bath, and we are going to keep them in that ice bath until the eggs are cold. So dump all my hot water, and then I just run cold water over them. Oh, that one fell down the drain. Go ahead and throw that one away. Give them a good rinse with cold water, and then I'll start adding some ice. Soft. Good boy. You gonna wear pajamas? What?
It smells like dirty feet.
Yeah, it's pretty. What do you need?
How do you go to the pantry?
Yeah, just go around it.
Okay.
All right. All right. Those are setting in my ice bath. I'm gonna keep them there probably a good 20 to 30 minutes before I come back and peel them. I have sliced all of my eggs in half vertically, and I put my egg yolks in this bowl. And now I'm going to add some mayonnaise, mustard, pickle juice, salt, and pepper. And I will taste test this a couple of times to make sure that I get it right. But yeah, let's start mixing. So I'm gonna do, to start, probably a 1/2 cup of mayo. I need a fork. Mash my yolks with my mayo. I like mine how my mom does hers, so it's really mustardy and really pickly, not very much like creamy mayo like some that I have had. Like with a little zip. All right. Add in some mustard. And then I'm going to add a splash of pickle juice and some salt. And a little bit of pepper. And then I'm just going to mix this up. Gross. Splashed on myself. What we're really looking for is just a creamy mixture. So as you're stirring this, if you see any pieces of yolk that need broken up, then smash them a little bit. All right, I'm gonna taste test this. I can tell just by looking at this that I'm gonna need more mustard. A little bit more mustard. I'm gonna add a little bit more mayo and a tiny bit more pickle juice. Perfect. So now what I do is I have all my eggs laid out flat here. And then what I do is I take my spoons, I take 2 spoons, I scoop one, and then I use the other one to push it into my eggs. Some people will put this like into a piping bag, like for frosting. But this is just how I always watched my mom do it, so it's how I do it. And then when I'm done getting all of these loaded, I will sprinkle them with some smoked paprika. If you don't have smoked paprika, regular paprika is fine. Holy cow, look at that, just the right amount.
Jalen wants more off. Does their manager think
All right, I have got all of my eggs filled. I'm just gonna sprinkle with some smoked paprika, and then I will throw these in the fridge. Voila, done.